Warriors, oh my god, we're at day 5 of Thanksflicking. Thank you for joining me. We're talking about one of my favorite movies today. It's Dutch. So let's hit that music. You already hear the gobble gobbles. I got construction workers in back of me. Nothing new. The Dream Warrior studio is #lit. We got Diamond Dallas Cat here. Look, we're going to have a good time. This is one of my, again, favorite movies. So I'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. Hey, happy Thanksgiving. So I have been just doing a ton of work to just keep Dream Warriors moving forward, to expand the YouTube channel. I got a little bit more of a vision with the YouTube channel. It's taken me as long as it has, almost with Dream Warriors, 2 solid years of just ideas and pounding. I've done, that's what she said, I've done almost 100 videos already on YouTube, maybe up to 45 live streams on Instagram, preparing to go live on Twitch, to do more live on Twitter and YouTube. So this is a huge effort, and then this is where like my contributors, my collaborators, my friends, my family, everyone kind of like rolls into this idea of mine. And this idea is like, look, let's just create platforms and put stuff out. Meaning, like, Dream Warriors to me is a platform because it's just like a launching pad, and anyone can come on and we can just do crazy, fun, amazing stuff. So we're, lack of a better term, developing platforms for platforms, meaning that, hey, let's sit down and come up with things for YouTube and just stay consistent and pound away at it. And this is where your support comes in. If you go to AKAPAD.com, that's short for another known as Peter A. DeLuca. That's me, Peter, AKAPAD, your boy, your host, your pop culture obsessive freak, and artist, and graphic designer, and IT ninja. But that's my website. You can make a donation through PayPal. Click on the donate PayPal link. It'll bring you. It's so easy. If you're listening on SoundCloud, there's a Patreon link that is a part of this actual track that can jump you to Patreon, and you can donate money that will come out of your account monthly. So, it doesn't have to be a crazy amount. And I'm talking like there's only a low-level amount of people that will really make a difference for me, okay? There is not a lot. Look, I've thrived since the beginning of my creative journey on learning to do things on a high level with practically nothing. Look, I taught myself how to draw with books I stole from Walden Books in the Deptford, Cherry Hill, and Echelon malls. Okay, I stole my anatomy books, my drawing instructor books, and I just used paper I could find from everywhere. And my first attempts at comic book pages were just construction paper, full size, 11 by 17. But so Dream Warriors is just about a lifetime of geekdom, a lifetime of appreciating the work of other people. Now, is Dream Warriors about criticism and denouncing work and getting frustrated sometimes when we're excited for things? 100%. That's a part of the exchange. That's a part of the deal. But this journey I'm on, I'm just using this as another platform. Okay, I'm a dude with a speech impediment with a podcast, but I have ideas. There's ways I want to take what you're listening to, reach through the airwaves and grab you, and maybe guide you towards somewhere, or vice versa. And this is where you come in. Through social media, you can interact with me and me alone directly on Twitter, AKAPAD, Instagram, Facebook, AKAPAD13, AKAPAD on Snapchat. Snapchat, I do one theme a day. Most of them are inspirational driven themes. I love doing them. I take a little break here and there with some of the Snapchat stuff, but when I go in the role on Snapchat, hey, it's enlightening. You're going to learn a lot of stuff because I've been in this game for a while. I've been in the creative game. At this point, there's very few things I feel like I have yet to do. And people are like, "Oh my God, like you're so freaking young, this and that." And it's like, look, I never had like like I would say like a breakthrough, but I've been steady and consistent on everything from comics to movies to like it goes on and on. Okay, it's I'm not sure what to do other than like work with you, the audience, to build something. And this is what Thanksflicking is all about. Thanksflicking is just an annual event through Dream Warriors that we can build into and look forward to. And it's only 5 Thanksgiving movies. There's a good reason for that. The reason is that there's that many Thanksgiving movies. I keep saying that. So this year, it was all practically new movies. Okay, if we're going to go with Home for the Holidays, never seen it. Pieces of April, never seen it. Thanksgiving, never seen it. And it's now we're at Dutch, and Dutch is just one of my favorites. It's one of my favorite movies. I watched this movie with a lot of people throughout the years. It's almost like my holiday quick change. Most people, when they talk about Bill Murray's best movies, they kind of leave out Quick Change. Quick Change is by far his best movie, his best performance, and the best like story. The best Randy Quaid in that movie is phenomenal in the way that they play off of each other. I view this as something similar. See, this is a swerve of a movie. And we were like, Pete, what do you mean by that? Okay, because it does make the list. Now, there's not many Thanksgiving movie lists out there, mostly because we don't have many Thanksgiving movies. We don't have any movies about the holiday. This is where I think Home for the Holidays is potentially the greatest Thanksgiving movie ever made. I'm not really sure what can come up behind that. And I did leave out Turkey Hollow, which completely blew me away. Turkey Hollow might be the second greatest Thanksgiving movie. Turkey Hollow is just phenomenal. So we have this holiday, and this holiday, was basically anointed in American culture by George Washington. This is a Christian-driven holiday. Now, George Washington is one of the most selfless people to ever walk the earth. Okay, the power alone that he sacrificed to maintain the republic and to lead by example is phenomenal. Okay, and this is where we don't challenge their legacy. We don't. We can kind of. Bring up issue with some of it, because people finding new things out all the time, and people have different takes. But as time marches on, the only thing we have is their legacy. We don't know what the ins and outs of their day-to-day life were. We don't know the sound of their voice. So these men who have passed on to legend, we have to maintain that. Okay, it's very important. So. The statue nonsense and some some retribution that some of these people are going for with these statues. It's unfounded. It's lazy thinking. I view it as sloppy. But when it comes to something like Thanksgiving, this is a holiday that's been attacked. It's on. I would say it has his back up against the wall, and so does Christmas. Okay, no one's touching Halloween. People are fine with Halloween. But people have this growing issue with Christianity, Christmas, the holidays, even how Christianity affected the Bill of Rights and the birth of a nation. And people just want to go back and just label things the wrong way. Now, Dream Warriors podcast, we're not about it, but at times, these issues do overlap. And Thanksflicking is that, it's a celebration of a holiday. It's a celebration of the values that it would take a like a Christian like George Washington to be responsive to. Okay, we're not talking about the Native American conflict. We're not talking about relatively a 400 plus year war. You can maybe even argue a 600 year war. Okay. it's really, we're doing history, and we're doing the people who did do good things within history and sacrifice themselves. We're doing them a misservice when we boil it down to a heated statement that is, for you, like, you're locked. We're not doing much. There's no middle ground that you're ready to arrive to me at. And I've seen throughout the years this attack on Thanksgiving, and it's sad. Like, it's not about this stealing of land. It's not about this slaughter. It's not about this horror that everybody, and I think it's a vocal minority, craves to be true. They want it to be true. But the evidence and all of that, if you really just go by things and really take time to understand the time that these people lived in, the air that they breathed, it's to the contrary. Okay, we're dealing with far outlier ideas. Now, no one is saying that atrocities were not committed, but a lot of times during a time of war and conflict, it kind of goes around. Everyone is guilty. Not all conflicts can be resolved through a peace pipe and negotiation. Some conflicts have to end, and the only way to end them is through war and bloodshed. Thanksgiving for me has nothing to do with that. Thanksgiving for me is people that needed help, and they were not turned. The backs were not turned on them. Okay, it's a celebration of the harvest. It's a celebration of the calendar of time marching on. It's a stamp. It's a stamp that winter is here. Winter is coming, and there's a preparation. Okay, these are what Thanksgiving means to me. Now, we extended to friends and family, and I already have a huge list. I have a huge list of people I have to text in the next 24 hours a happy Thanksgiving. Okay, and it's a lot of people, but I do individual messages. I don't do the group message thing. I want people to know that I'm thinking of them, and I'm respecting the holiday, and because I'm respecting the holiday, I'm honoring them. Now, there's even issue, part of my issue with Mark from Dream Warriors 100 is that this time last year he fell completely off the map, and I texted him happy Thanksgiving for well over a month straight, weekly. Might have been 12 or 13 messages that were just unresponsive, but time heals all wounds, and him and I have come back together. Now, this is also a part of Thanksgiving. It's forgiveness. It's moving past. It's if you really do think the holiday came through bloodshed, but it does represent something different now, let's honor that tradition, because there's no other tradition like it. And we have to be respectful, and we have to maintain it. But with all that being said, we're talking about Ethan Embry. Ethan Embry, Ed O'Neill, directed by Peter Fairman, or Peter Fahrman. And if you don't know Peter Fahrman, he is the guy behind Crocodile Dundee, and he also worked on the Paul Hogan show from 1978 to 1984. So he helped import the Paul Hogan, the Crocodile Dundee character to the U.S. So the guy behind Dutch is behind Crocodile Dundee. The movie is also written by John Hughes, and if you don't know John Hughes, we're talking 16 Candles. We're talking Pretty in Pink. We're talking Uncle Buck. Christmas Vacation. He's written, he's directed Weird Science, European Vacation, Planes, Trains, of Automobiles. Beethoven, the writer of Beethoven, and the writer of Dennis the Menace in 1993. Amazing update / remake. This movie is just packed with talent. Jo Beth Williams is the wife that Ed O'Neill, Al Bundy, is picking up, his son, to go get. And It's this estranged, kind of like Odd Couple, fish out of story, road trip movie where just disasters ensue. It's very much like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. The Dutch Dooley, Ed O'Neill, and Ethan Embry, okay, he picks him up from a a private school where he's just on his own, and he has his own personality, and they kind of like never met, and it's like, hey, we have to go do this thing, and the kid is just like he's a private school son of a gun, son of a B word. Okay, you just wouldn't want to hang out with him. He's stuck up. He's highfalutin. He looks like he's out of Dead Poets Society. And Ed O'Neill is like literally Al Bundy, like in this movie, with a little bit of polish. And then here we go, like where we have to make our way across the entire U.S. or wherever they're going. Okay, but it's a road trip, so they have to get going and they have to be on time for Thanksgiving. Boom. Okay, this movie it delivers on all the John Hughes devices and tropes, and it's just amazing that no one really focuses on this. Everyone wants John Candy, Steve Martin, and Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. To me, Dutch, which at the time was critically panned, it didn't do well at the box office, and it never caught on in cable or DVD or, as we have right now, streaming. But Dream Warriors podcast, me, Peter A. DeLuca, AKAPAD, your boy, completely loves this movie. There's no one I watch this movie with that doesn't flip out about it. We just always have a great time. Hey, Dallas is here right now. Dallas, you got more food. Dallas has been on such an eating kick. It's been unbelievable. He's eating almost like, I want to say like 3 cans a day. I think he knows it's bulking season. But this movie never caught on, and this is what Dream Warriors podcast is all about. This is what keeps it going. This movie deserves an audience. You out there, okay? It's available on Cinemax, so you can't get it off of Amazon Prime. You can only get it on Amazon Prime if you subscribe to Cinemax. But if you have Cinemax, you can catch this movie on their demand, and if not, I'm sure it's available on iTunes and Google. I should have checked, but I did not. It might be $3 to $4 to rent this movie. It might be $10 to $12 to purchase. Just purchase it and have it ready to go. And you guys want bonus? You guys want like a little bonus high five? We have music by Alan Silvestri, who, again, hugely underrated because he's the one that's giving us all the modern day superhero themes from Marvel, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Like I'm talking Avengers Infinity War. I'm talking the Avengers, Captain America, the first Avenger. He has, to me, the guy has completely transformed throughout his career and stayed true. Now, some people like Danny Elfman completely changed, but Alan Silvestri, you still hear notes of Back to the Future and Predator. So, hey, we got Rockstar, working those strings, and thank you so much. Oh, quick side note, John Hughes also wrote Mr. Mom, which is, again, one of my all-time favorite comedies. But look, I know we didn't do too much about the movie today. We did a little bit more just with Thanksgiving in general, but I wanted to share those thoughts with you, and to say thank you and to kind of promote some of these ideas that that I'm connected to. And I think moving forward, Dream Warriors as an entity, as a body, as a collaborative effort with you, the audience member, moving forward, these are the ideas that mattered. It's great that we're going to do stuff on Aquaman. It's great that we got SummerSlam 2018 coming up. And we got more football episodes playing, and the NFL's hitting that peak period of the season. New Orleans, I don't know who can stop them after that Eagles game. They're just relentless. But this show's about community and people, and Halloween with the 31 Days of Dread. Thanksgiving with Thanksflicking, and now we're going to do something about the 12 days of Christmas, and that's coming. This is about honoring one another, taking a moment of time, because the only moments we have is now. It's the moments that exist at our fingertips, and taking that and sharing it with someone. And with that, look, everyone, happy Thanksgiving. Reach out to someone, say hello, say hi. I don't care, maybe something didn't go right, but you take the holiday, take time and use the holiday to your advantage and reach out to people you may not normally have. I'm guilty of that. That's what I'm going to be doing. And I love you all. Rock and roll. And this is it. Thanksflicking is a wrap. 2018.